gentlemen, welcome to the Almasi African Playwrights Conference. My name is Gideon Wabvuta, and I am the program's director for Almasi Collaborative Arts. It is... I feel like I paid people to do it is a joy to have all of you. We are now in the performance section of our Playwrights Conference, and I think today it is a joy that we are beginning with a program that started this year, the outreach, the solo initiative outreach, where we're going to watch these 7 performers come up and perform their solo pieces that they've been working on for the past, 9, 10? 9 months. Yes, for the past 9 months. So before we begin, I just wanted to mention a few things before we begin. That our Almasi Collaborative Arts for the past 10 years is focused primarily on arts education, where we believe that our role in fully professionalizing the dramatic arts industry is also bringing in skills. We've done our actor trainings, director training, stage management trainings. We've done all sorts of trainings, trying as much as possible to be able to equip creatives within this industry so that we can be able to have a vibrant and growing industry. Now we are in that phase which we call bringing the African narrative to the global stage, and the Playwrights Conference is the beginning of that, where we bring in playwrights who come in over a 2-week process and they develop their work, all in a bid for us to be able to realize these beautiful, amazing African stories, because we have to take our stories out there. So over the next 2-3 days, you are going to be experiencing these new stories. These stories, we hope, have a life that will continue to a festival that we launched this year, which is my new favorite thing, the Africa Voices Now Festival. I think those that were at the festival can attest to how it was such a beautiful and joyous experience, getting to witness the birth of these beautiful new African voices. And the work begins at the Playwrights Conference. So this year we have 5 amazing playwrights who we are all going to meet as we are going through the shows, who are at the beginning of this long development process that will last for the next 9 months until we get to the Africa Voices Now. So some of the plays that are in this Playwrights Conference will probably end up at Africa Voices Now, which is really, really exciting. So in all that, without wasting much time, I am going to ask Tafadzwa Bob Mutumbi, who is the facilitator and convener and teacher for the solo initiative, to come and just say a few things about the program before we see the kids. Yeah, you can tell, but hey. I don't know if it's energy. So yeah, hey, tongue tight. Because I didn't want to ramble, so I wrote just a brief description of the solo initiative. So I know most people have just been calling it the solo initiative. The correct name is the Almasi Solo Performance Monologue Writing Initiative. So it's right, English is good. This
Almasi solo performance dash monologue writing initiative is really the okay. Are you getting my full frame now? Okay. It is our flagship outreach project. It addresses the basic foundations of acting and performance principles through weekly masterclasses and workshops. So we've been working, we've been meeting every Mondays from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, just exploring the anatomy of acting, the science of writing, just looking at those basic principles and those foundational things. So this initiative, now we're promoting it. For next year, we're done with these guys. So for the future, those that might be interested, is really it's open to young artists from disadvantaged backgrounds who might not have access to sustainable mentorship opportunities to have their craft crafted and, you know, honed and, you know, the pursuance of their artistic development. Okay, so I think you're getting the nonsense, right? Yes. So without my ado, so all the work that you're going to see is their original work, except for one piece, because, you know, we stand on the shoulders of giants. So we've been exploring, you know, as I said, the anatomy of monologues, what does it mean, etc., etc., the structure, and so on and so forth. So they have created their own playlets that you're going to see. But before they give their original work, we're going to see one from The Convert by Danai Gurira. So Elroy Musiiwa is going to do a monologue from The Convert. He's going to do the character of Tamba.
Marara! At least then you would know who it is you are. Now you are lost, forgetting the ways of your people, loving on the whites. What good are they doing, huh? Bringing this Jesus, you say, give and give till you die. What are they giving? They are taking, and you want to love them for that. I work in Beatrice's mine. Every day they make us work for little monies. For what? I not seen my wives and children since the last rains. For what? This thing they say they want from the ground, this shiny metal. Before they come, we never work like this for this thing. Digging and digging, like our arms are not of our own, only digging for food for our families. Now we do what they say because we want the monies they bring to give back to them in hard takes, to live in small huts, and they live in big houses. They make us build. And then they say, here is this God coming from the sky to make you clean from a sin. You love on him and be happy. And only one wife for one man, and you want to love them for that. You are a fool and a buffoon, cousin. This buffoon and these whites, we are not rating them to stay. And you must watch yourself, Chikesai, because the people are not taking this. It is the poison of the white man. It kills the spirit of your forefathers inside you. So now you are empty, and they can fill you with anything they want. Never. Zita rangu ditamba woga chiangawa murumbira. Chete. This is my name. But you must watch yourself, Chikesai. The people are not taking the white man's poison anymore. And you don't want to be with this when it comes. Just hear what it is I say. Maswera say.
Thank you very much, Elroy. So now we move into their original pieces that they wrote. So throughout our engagement, we're doing different writing exercises, different things, etc., etc. So the result of it is these works. So first off, for the original pieces is Godblessus Dhliwayo with a piece titled "Burn Me Instead."
What use is your noise? What use is your noise when all that's left of her is a memory? Her body is rested. Did you forget that you are the ones who buried her? Or if your crocodile tears dried up, like your cheap makeup foundation cracking at the seams, exposing your true selves? Were they as dry as your throats were when she was alive? I know this is a hard brick to swallow, but I hope the friction helps you grind it, and the blood on your hands acts as lubrication. You've had your fun, nitpicking at my family for your entertainment, and today you want to stand here and point fingers and call my father a monster. You call my father a monster. But look closely, because 3 fingers are pointing right back at you. You all knew. You all watched. Hey, what's today's nyaya about? They're always fighting like this. Every time we walked down the road, you'd laugh, cackle, take videos. Look at the chaotic family at the end of the close. Hashtag drama. And now you want to stand and point fingers at my father for being a monster. But look closely, because 3 fingers are pointing right back at you. That night, November 12, 2014, you all stood there outside as I tried to stop them from fighting. You all watched as he threw punch after kick after whip. You laughed when he called her a whore. Hey, Anzi bubblegum under my foot. And today you want to speak. Police officer, should I salute in your authority? For you stood there that night, gun on the left side, but you dared not shoot, but made sure you had every shot for the plot. You laid down your tripod and you pulled the trigger, not on your gun, but on your phone. You took a video. Yes, it's there in your phone. And today I should stand and salute your authority and the oath that you took. Where was your authority that night? Where was your authority when he twisted her arm and her elbow socket popped out of place as she flung the phone across the room and it shattered upon impact into a billion pieces? Where was your authority as he dragged her across the floor and choked her? All of you were silent. None of you spoke. Your silence was so loud. It was so loud, it drowned her. It was so loud she couldn't hear herself. You all stood there as she laid down, as he choked her, and she screamed, "Hamba Aziregi, Hamba Mubategi, community sororo, Joda sororo, Hamba Aziregi, Hamba Mubategi, community sororo, Joda sororo." You were all silent. And what? Today I should be happy that you're here. Today I should be happy that the community is sympathetic. The community cares. The community has finally opened its eyes to see the monster that my father is. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck you. You never cared. Do you even ask yourselves why he's like that? Do you ask why he does that? He's just doing what he saw done by the men before him and those prior to him, raised in the toxicity of a father whose version of love was a mobbed, misogynistic display of masculinity where I love you meant I whip you and I'm sorry was a foreign word in this vocabulary. We yet forceful, we must be strong, we must be brave. His father would always say, you'd think he was leading an army 100 plus, but next to him stood his 4-year-old son. Is he abused? He's chained up and tired, failed love of his life. But my father tried. He really did. To love my mother Miriam and to cancel off the darkness he inherited from his father. How can one man be so unlucky? It's as if he's Hitler reincarnated, paying off his past transgressions in this life. It's as if karma and bad luck decided to consummate and give birth to him. And somehow in all this bad luck, he tried. And he dragged her into it. I told her so many times, Miriam, leave. But she stood and she stayed, for she had made vows. She stayed for me. She stayed for her child. And in the time she needed her friends most, my Jaden, what did you tell her? My Jaden, weren't you the one who stood there and said, friend, Zanzibar, cocktails, dancing till the sun comes out. It's only one time, bestie. If only she knew that one time would lead to one too many times, and that when things got hard, her best friend would stand by the side and look as her husband took her own life, she wouldn't have done it. She was tired. She was tired and she dared to stay. You offer my father no assistance, no sympathy. You judge him, you see a monster, but I see a child who's lost and I doubt he's ever going to find what it is he's looking for. But he's still passionate, discarded, yes, but he keeps on going. How could he even keep going when his own family didn't even try to help? Talking about you, Tete Rebecca. You sat there on those leather couches. Tokuti marriage masisi ya marriage yakaomai motoshingirira murimbariro vatete ragai makabatsirirwa ngachikwate chigotsuka murume asiwe chakwata chikatsuka chikasvikira pakutsva. Now you can stand the smoke of the goulash that you made. And today you want to stand here and point fingers and call my father a monster, but look closely because 3 fingers point right back at you. You know, it's so funny that he needed your help, or at least some help. But every time he brought it up, your faces grew cold like kale and your heart pale. His cries for help were a new trending sound for your 10-second TikTok video, a reflection of your sheephood, a reflection of your nonsense, your stupidity and hatred. And you know the funny thing, all of us are so fucked up, but you are so meticulous at picking filters that cover your big eyes and your big nose, and worst of all, your hatred and the evil that burns inside. But when it came to my family, we never got that chance. So community, I'm sorry, but the man you're looking for is not here. Those two were my community, and I decided what it is we're going to do with him. I will stand here and I will tell you that I am proud that I let him go. That I gave him another chance to start again, that maybe, just maybe, he could do better. Away from a community that judges him, a community that offers no assistance. So if you want to burn someone, burn me. Burn me, for I thought my best friend was supposed to stand by my side when things got hard for the problems that she got me into. Burn me, for I thought the police, the authority was put in place to keep me safe and to keep me protected. Burn me, for I thought my family was supposed to take me out of all my transgressions and not tell me to stay, even though it's hard. Burn me, for I didn't fight strong enough to stop them from fighting. Burn me, for I did not shout as loud as she did, that maybe my voice could have heard as a harmony and her voice could have been heard, that maybe, just maybe, she could have kept on screaming and that he would have let her go. Burn me, for this is the last bit of entertainment you're going to get from my family. You have already gotten your share, you've already gotten your fun. Take out your phones. Take out your phones! Today you don't want to take them out, but that day you took videos. Take a video. Here's something for your For You page. I will even give you the hashtags. Add GBV. Hashtag burn me instead. Hashtag fuck you community.
Yes.
So now we keep moving. Yeah, no, Musa, you hey, Musa, don't threaten me. It's a safe space. Oh, don't break it. It's okay. We know your problem. Sorry, Musa. Now we move on. The next piece is Orange is the New Black by Stacy Dombotsvuku. It's an original piece as well.
Ngafe ndathe Mungu mbia dzenyu dzoti murie. They do say orange is the new black, ain't it? Well, whatever they meant by that, it sure does go well with my newfound jewelry. I would have loved diamonds. But these will have to cut it. They will have to cut it. I am sure you all blame me for how I ended up with shackles on both hands and feet. A crime so great that I deserve to be bound in one place, never running and labeled a lunatic. Yet I was just trying to help. I was trying to do what none of you could do. But maybe I went in a little over my head. Miles extra. But what would you have done? What would you have done if you were me? Because even if I were to burn my hands for his world, as long as I was breathing a woman, I would still be unworthy. I would still be a disgrace. I was born a liability to my father and to myself now that I let anger handle me. See that name you love so much? Nyani. I am nothing close to being what it means. I am nothing close to being a desert flower. Nor do I bring forth any good fortune. Or at least that's what my father said. He called me life. Loss, indignation, failure, embarrassment. That is all I was to him. I was supposed to learn how to love from the first man in my life. I was supposed to heal from his hand, not to scar my skin, but I knew I deserved his love. Instead, I was told to bend my back and work in the fields for the soil that matches my skin, my hands for the wars, my feet for the ground, and I could have lived with it. My body to forever adorn this cultural frame that holds generations of conflicts in me. To be the entertaining frame, not the culturally or traditionally rooted girl. And I could have lived with it. I could have lived with it if his hands did not mark my body the way they did. His fingerprints, almost invisible on my nakedness, but visibly drawn on my innocence. I could have lived with it. I could have. I wonder what would have happened if someone knew. If someone paid heed to my crying voice, I wonder what my mother would have done if she knew. But from his hands, she laid right beneath the ground I stood on, her spirit heavy on my shoulders, and I could have lived with it. Hosting her likeness, I could have. But today, this man raised his hands against my little sister, insulting a young spirit, killing it bluntly as he raised her skirts and apart from the screaming piece in the air, everything went silent. I remembered my own pain when he did this to me. I remembered my little sister's delicate self, her innocent smile, and the promising brightness. I couldn't have lived with that. I wouldn't have seen the days the same, so my hoe became a weapon, and I became a weapon. My hoe became an echo of 1,000 crossings. For the whip cracked lesson never to show the wound, to be the ox that bears the yoke, the elephant that silently bears the weight of its own ivory, to be the experienced and inexperienced little girl. What sort of an insult to humanity was he? What kind of a father was he? I couldn't have lived with that, so I killed him. The right thing for the lamb is not the right thing for the butcher. But what happens when the lamb wields the knife? Does it become the butcher? Or just a lamb with blood on its wool? I killed him. Someone had to do it. Someone had to save us from that evil, and I did. I freed her. Not from the melanin that marks the sun on her skin, but from the weight of his gaze. From the history that sits heavy on my chest. That is why today I am to wear this new black. But I am the weapon, and I am the voice.
Thank you. Moving on, Musalad by Chiedza Matangaidze.
Nasi tasangana kutonga kukura Security bias kukura kwa mkoma wangu ndoku kwazisa. Hey guys, I'm trying to make a speech here. Mom, can you tell Security bias to stop laughing like a baby? Who's funny? Who's funny? Junie Maria, sit down. Stop it. Guys, please. Sekuru, Auntie, get Sekuru to stop. Guys, I'm trying to speak. Speak in English? Why would I speak in English? You all understand Shona, right? I am a Shona woman, right? Why would I speak in English? Shona is my culture, it's my heritage. In fact, let me be more specific. I am a Karanga woman from Shurugwi of the Shumba Mazi totem. Maita Shumba Mazi. Muraulu. Ini Shurugwi nini? Speak in English. Why would I speak in English? In fact, there's nothing funny about my Shona. The only funny part is you all saw me watching American TV from the time I could sit up. ZBC was only for when DSTV expired or we went to go visit Gogo Didi. When I used to say, Baba na mama, Chipo said, you are wasting your private school education. It's mom and dad. No, Mom, I'm fine. Auntie said I should speak, so let me speak. You sent me to a school that punished me for speaking vernacular. If we were caught speaking Shona, we'd have to pick a leaf from a tree for every Shona word we spoke and carve out its veins. Yeah. The first time it happened, I told you, and you said to me, Mwanangu, it is what it is. Just follow the rules. I should follow the rule that in order to be a presentable woman in society, I should speak like the very same people who colonized us. So I learned. And once I could, you paraded me around like a testament to your success as parents. Don't speak to my daughter in Shona. I'll go kanatara chirungu. I felt proud. I mean, you seemed proud. So I struggled to pinpoint the exact moment that pride shifted to disappointment. I went from being your golden child who spoke fluent English to your whitewashed teenager who couldn't even speak Shona. And you all have a field day with it. I mean, especially you, Sekuru Tobias, every time he sees me, he says, Nathan, do you know what a mushalad is? It is a silly African learning American dressing style. Mind you, you all taught me that the biggest sign of my success is to leave for the diaspora. That as a Zimbabwean, my biggest dream should be to go and live as a foreigner in another country. So I learned how to speak like them. I learned how to dress like them. So much so that before I've even left the country I call my home, I don't belong here. But hey, Dr. Risa, it's still a party today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, you guys, why aren't we all singing? Did I kill the mood? Sorry. Yeah. Okay, let me tell you guys a funny story. Last year, Chibo and I went to go visit Tete Mandi. Chibo introduced me to a bunch of family members I had no idea even existed. Once we sat in the lounge, they began speaking to each other with such familiarity you'd think they knew each other in a past life. They spoke such deep, fluent Shona in such rapid speed, it sounded like gibberish. I mean, I tried to jump in, but all I could manage was the occasional, Eventually, when one of the 4 men remembered I was in the room as well, he turned to me and he said, "Hi, Saru. How is the schooling?" He spoke English that sounded like a cramp on his tongue. I couldn't decide if I was appreciative or offended. Why didn't he speak to me in Shona? Why did he automatically assume he couldn't? If he were to speak to me in Shona, would I have even understood him? Why do I have a language barrier between me and my own people? And how come Saru doesn't? I mean, we grew up in the same household. The only difference is she had all of you to teach her. I mean, she was the first grandchild, the first muzukuru. I remember at her high school graduation, our family made up half the audience. So much so the teachers had to get chairs from classrooms and put them in the hall so we'd all fit. Do you know who showed up for mine last year? My mom. That's exactly the difference. You all cared enough to be there for Chipo, to help her learn, to help her understand. But as more children started popping out and our family grew, so did your laziness. Until eventually I came along, but I had no one to teach me. Must I apologize for your lack of care on my part? In fact, you choose to start caring now when I can be used as the punchline for your joke. My reality is not for your amusement. You'd all have me make a fool of myself today. That would be more fun for all of you. I've come to realize this family takes pleasure in the embarrassment of women. Take Gogo Didi, for example. I detest the way you all glorified her suffering. You called her strong for staying with a man who openly hated her. And when Sekuru Gwenzi left her and us, she remained silent. And now you have placed the same task on my mother through my father's infidelity. Do you know what it's like knowing that strippers in a bar feel your father's embrace more often than you ever have or ever will? You sit and you watch as my father embarrasses the kindest soul any one of you has ever met. In fact, most of you defend him. Yes, he's cheated, but he sent you and your sister to private school. The funniest part is you weaponize the same BS you used to defend my father against me. Do you know how I found out about the trail of cheating scandals my father had created? I was 10 years old. I was 10. My father was supposed to pick me up from school. He never picked me up from school. But this day he had to, because the night before, he had smashed a whiskey bottle across my mother's knuckles. Or because the water she put in the dish for him to wash his hands with was too hot. My mother didn't scream. She didn't cry. With 3 broken fingers and bloody knuckles, she swept up the glass, mopped the floor, and called herself an ambulance. Took herself to the hospital and left us alone with you. When my father picked me up, I was surprised to see 2 individuals in the car with him, who I'm now old enough to understand were strippers, but at the time I thought were just some severely underdressed individuals. In the car, he began recounting the events of the previous night with the same jovial tone you get from telling ghost stories around a bonfire. He made me sit in that car and listen as they mocked my mother who was lying alone in a hospital bed. And the moment I opened my mouth to protest, one of his little sluts slapped me. Right here. And you know what he did? Tell them what you did, Dad. Fucking tell them! Okay, you want to be quiet. Everyone wants to be quiet now. Okay, I'll tell them. He laughed. He laughed. They moved on like nothing happened. But hey, it's okay. He bought me ice cream afterwards, so fair trade, right? By the end of that car ride, at the ripe age of 10 years old, I knew more about sex than I did my times tables. If this is what it means to all of you to be a Zimbabwean woman, that I must be quiet, that I must tolerate embarrassment, then I do not want any part of it. I will go to university, I will get my degree, and I will become the person you all raised me to be. A real musalad. Lokutendai. Mafaro edu achiko.
Thank you. Yeah, what a wow. Thank you. We keep moving. The Lost Son by Elroy Musiiwa. This one is his original piece.
Two minutes, guy. I'm coming. I'm almost done. Wakumana. Ndati ndiri kuuya. Chiko chinoshamisira pakuya kuteriti nayo. See, this is what I don't like about my parents. Pressure. They are forcing me to go to that psychiatric ward disguised as a rehab. Inini manje. Engineer, Tafara, Muchineripi. Kunzi vanopenga. Inini wakundifananidza shuwa na soldier love. Inini kuitwa bloti, grenade. Youngest but inini. Miss why just because I said maybe. I will think about it. Because I'm not crazy, guys. I'm not crazy. But varkundipa pressure every 2 minutes. Tafar, but seriously, Lefia. Tafar, eat something, madam. Tafara this, Tafara that, Tafara this, Tafara what? Moms, murukundipa pressure. Mdara, murukundipa pressure. Akumana pressure. Right now, I can't even think straight. When I open my eyes, all I see is darkness. I am smelling bloody, plus chikafu checho is tasting like ashes. And I just need one hit, Akuman. One hit. Ndingendaba usiku umwa wodzi nyamashi. Just one. But no. Inini andikurirwe nechinhu chisingaferi. I can do this. I am strong. So I command you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Iwe shit, iwe urine. Ula! I just need one hit. Danza. Mtoriro. Christ help me. Right. I can do this. Yeah. I like the way you come to my mouth. And the smoke thunders to my brain. So now I can fly, Baba. I can fly, Baba. I can fly and forget everything they say about me. Therefore, Satan, you lie and not. She is crying every day. Tafara this, Tafara every time. Tafara Manangu, stop throwing your life away, digging your own grave, suffocating your dreams. Ura wangu utete mwanangu. Iko zvinonda vechiseko chenyika. Hapana mwana umwe andichatsiura ndinongonzi tangai wamatsiura wenyu. Utete ura wangu. But through it all, where you have kept me going, Baba. You kept me going. You whisper into my ears, all shall be well. When boys Zepakona say, engineer tough, they are laughing at me. They are saying, engineer asingagoni kugadzira radio. Vedwe, handina kuita electrical engineering. Ndakaita civil. That's why when I don't have money, I borrow mama's things. Yeah, I borrow 40 my underwears a month. Pondo baba. Papo panozoya mdara wangu achinditaurira zvisina basa. Tafa, you must be ashamed of yourself. I mean, who does that? You're telling me where you are now touching your mothers and is selling them. Ndabokusekerera for a very long time, but I think I have to do something, man. Yeah, I wasted my money sending you to school. You brought in nothing, Panapa. All you do is sit, you eat, you shit, and you steal my things. Because of you. I mean, iwe urirombe iwe. Chafa urirombe. And leave my house. Buddha. Apa ndakatambisa usiku hapa. Iwe mdai. Dai usina kutambisa usiku. Ungadai na upopoterere naso. Mudere wewe urifani, unonditira fani mdare wewe. You can't even take care of your wife. Mdara. No, this is not it. Moms are over Muchemwa in bedroom. Where you have been my best friend for a very long time, and my parents' worst nightmare. So, to use or not to use? That is the question. Whether it is nobler to suffer these slings and arrows of a crushed reality, or to take arms against this sea of troubles, and by a hit to give up on dreams, or to give up, to face Mama's tears that injure more than any pull. This shaking void, a craving that is a myth. That is the question that puzzles the will. So I stand here, a graduate, a thief, a son, and between them hangs the only question left: to be the man they had or the son they raised. Fuck it, man. It's been a long day without you, my friend. I'll tell you all about you when I see you again. And now I see you. It's not like in the Korea, all my problems will be fixed. I will come back a graduate as Nabas.
Thank you very much. It's yeah. Thank you. There's two more. Last but certainly not least, the accident by Tadana Nakai Mhlanga.
I don't know how to tell him. I really don't know how to tell him that his drinking is ruining us. That every single time he reminds me of my father. My own father was an accident. He was born in 1969. He rolled onto this earth 7 months later, as premature as a flat tire, with only enough air to keep him standing, but just never enough oxygen for the road. And always the weak kid. You know, my dad did what most men do. He filled in the gaps in his personality with toxic masculinity. He became pompous, like a Volkswagen tire. He enjoyed the way he rolled on the ground, but was too prideful to realize that he never had any grip. You know, my father nursed his beer longer than he ever held any of us. This one time, my mother asked him to hold my baby sister while she took a shower, and he cursed the whole 5 minutes, but he nursed his beer the entire day, and it never left his sight. Rather, he shifted it from palm to palm, and even when he slept, splayed all over the couch. It never fell from his hands. You know, I grew up believing that my father had more fingerprints on the supermarket refrigerator than he did in our own home. That if you were to search it like some sort of a crime scene, you'd see his palm prints on all the bottles that he dug through, looking for the coldest one. Like that's where his identity belonged. And when my father finally died, my mother did not shed a tear. Instead, she demanded that the whiskey be placed in the grave beside him, so that maybe, just maybe, in the blur, he would imagine hell as heaven and the flames warm instead of hot. I think part of her still felt sorry for his sins, but part of me is still trying to forgive this man who drank his entire family away. You know, I was going to tell him that I am pregnant. But what kind of a father is he going to be? And what kind of a mother would I be if I allow my own child to grow up in the kind of house I wish I could run away from? And believe me, I know it is wrong to want to kill this life. But sometimes history is stronger than faith. Is it not?
Thank you so much. I know I'd said that was our last piece, but Gurira old age. I was gonna gray, guys. Okay, the last piece is called the Act by Evita Mahachi. So, is she ready? Yeah. So Evita's flight was delayed, that's why she couldn't be here with us earlier, but she made it.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, my name is Marina Kudzai, and today I've chosen to represent myself, not because I don't trust lawyers, but because no one, and I mean no one, can tell my story better than me. Today, I stand accused of killing my husband, Mr. Daniel Moyo, and transporting his body in this pink suitcase. A pink suitcase that was on sale at Edgar's. I understand how absurd it sounds. A homicide in hot pink. Before I begin, I must apologize for my suitcase. I know it's distracting, and I know the color is very loud. And I know some of you have already decided what kind of woman brings luggage to a murder trial. But I brought it with me today because I believe in 3 things, or 4. Honesty, transparency, demonstration. And every legal handbook I've read said the accused must humanize herself. So hello, I'm human, and this is my suitcase. The prosecution wants you to believe that I am violent, a danger, a psychopath. You all heard the terrible things they said about me, that I snapped, that I lost control, that I folded my husband into luggage like a pair of trousers on holiday. Dramatic, isn't it? If the prosecution wrote for Netflix, they'd win awards. But I want you to understand one thing. Rage is loud. Rage is messy. Rage leaves evidence. But what I am accused of is not rage. I am accused of precision. I am not violent. I am not cruel. I am not impulsive. Trust me, if I was impulsive, I would have gotten rid of him a long time ago. I'm kidding. Before the prosecution objects, I'm kidding. This is a courtroom, not a funeral. Well, not for me at least. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, do not believe the defendant's charm. She is a woman who was calculated, vindictive, conniving. The fact that she represents herself in court proves one thing only. She does not take this courtroom seriously. She parades herself around with this suitcase, ignoring the conveniently placed tinge of blood at its seams. And we're expected to believe that this is her only victim? Studies show that serial female offenders often go detected far longer than their male counterparts. How do we not know there aren't others? Objection. Speculation. Character assassination. Fear-mongering. And just purely unprofessional. Sustain. You hear that? This courtroom operates on evidence, not vibes. I understand the seriousness of those charges. I understand them. Murder, concealment, premeditation, and my personal favorite, transportation of human remains in a personal luggage. So, let's talk about the luggage. Your Honor, the prosecution presents theatrics, not facts. They attempted to subpoena my personal records. They attempted to confiscate materials without warrants. They attempted unsuccessfully to build a narrative from absence. So, since they are struggling, let me help them. I present Exhibit A. This scarf does not belong to me. This belongs to her, the other woman. Daniel bought it for another woman. The prosecution brought it up ever so politely earlier, called it possible motive. I call it inspiring literature. Funny how he wasn't accused of chopping her up and bringing her scarf as a trophy. But I guess misogyny is trending in the courtroom today, isn't it? I saw it tucked in his suitcase after a business meeting. Interesting detail. Daniel did not, in fact, have a job. I paid the rent. I paid the utilities. I paid the groceries, everything. He woke up every morning, put on a suit, and went to go disappoint someone else. Can you imagine her? Her neck wrapped in this silk, whilst he whispered whatever lies fit the moment. His lips pressed to her skin, just like how he used to press it to mine. Telling her he didn't have a wife. He said those things so easily. I present Exhibit B. The infamous shoes, apparently bloodied, apparently evidence, apparently stepped in his remains. How do you know? Because they're red underneath. They're red bottoms, you idiot. I have one question. If these were the supposed shoes, how come I have both of them? And why didn't the prosecution submit them? I present Exhibit C, my patience. See how empty it is? When I took the stand earlier, the prosecution told me to swear on the Bible. Your Honor, I'm an atheist. You might as well have handed me a cookbook. But tradition is tradition. Yours, not mine. So, speaking of tradition, let's talk about the fact that the prosecution has paraded their witnesses like a circus. Yo, Marina. When she was a child, anytime something didn't go her way, she would flip out. I saw her once when she was 9, holding her puppy, Daisy. She had strangled it. When I asked her what happened, she said, nothing. She looked up at me and smiled. That's when I knew that Marina was not like any other children. My name is Elizabeth. Marina's my best friend. But on the night Daniel died, she called me. She called me. She told me she had done something terrible. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I didn't mean for it to happen. He told me that you didn't see him anymore, that you were cold. He made me feel special. I also made him feel special. I loved him, Marina, and I know that makes me terrible, but... I didn't know that you knew when you called me. Your voice sounded too calm, so calm. So I panicked. And I called the police because I didn't want to lose you. And I didn't want to lose him. I loved Daniel. He was such a good guy. Such a good guy that Elizabeth just had to sleep with him. My best friend, the same woman you just saw testify, was sleeping with my husband before his disappearance. Every witness the prosecution has brought has either been a liar or a coward, or someone who benefited from being silent. So, let's think logically. Let's ask a very good question. How did I fit a 6-foot man into that suitcase? I am 5'4". I am not a supermodel. I'm not exactly tiny, but I'm not built for origami. See, even I barely fit. So, before the prosecution hacks away at my alleged hacking, let's use common sense. Do I look like a woman who can overpower a grown 6-foot man, zip him up, dismantle him, and fold him into that suitcase? I mean, I'd have to be very, very, very good at packing, wouldn't I? You heard about our marriage, the cheating, the lies, the perfume that wasn't mine, The nights he vanished, in the mornings he returned like deception was cologne. You heard about how he blamed our inability to have children on my body when his swimmers couldn't cross a puddle. You heard how he called me unstable. A woman's favorite word, unstable. Call her unstable. Far, so far. Long enough that she bends, she adjusts, she folds herself into something smaller and smaller until she cannot fit into the version of herself that he demanded. You think you've caught me? No. I just told you how easy it is to manipulate you. Exactly the way Daniel did. Exactly the way the persecution has. The truth is, I didn't snap. I didn't lose control. I made a decision. A patient one, a quiet one. One that you make after you've been ignored for far, far too long. I told him one day, if you keep treating me like I'm invisible, one day you're going to disappear. And didn't he? But I'm not confessing. I'm here to clarify that even if I decided to kill him, which I didn't, you would have never have found the body. Because I would have done it efficiently, neatly, and with dignity. So, ladies and gentlemen of the court, this trial has not proven murder. It has proven the discomfort with the woman who refuses to collapse. There was no body, there was no timeline, there was no weapon. Only suspicion, only stories. And stories are not verdicts. The prosecution believes that this suitcase speaks for itself, that this object tells the entire story. But the law does not convict objects. It convicts people. I am a woman who loved a man who lied about everything. His fidelity, his promises, his money. Look at me. I have no spouse. I have no children. I have nothing. I am only left with the wreckage of a life that I once believed in. You have seen my best friend who slept with my husband. You have seen my mother who was quick to fear me, quick to judge, but slow to understand me. You have seen the court itself turn a grieving widow into a pink suitcase-wielding monster. I am trusting my justice with you, the people who have been trusted with justice. Do not do what fear tells you. Do what is right. I am an innocent woman. I should be allowed to grieve. I rest my case.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys come. Evita Mahachi. Elroy Musiiwa. Godblessus Dhliwayo. Chiedza Matangaidze. Tadana Nakai Mhlanga. And Stacy Dombotsvuku. Oh, she had to go to class. Okay, you guys, you can take your bow. So, as is the tradition, you can sit down. As is the tradition with the Almasi African Playwrights Conference, we're just going to have a not more than 5 minutes conversation where you can give them feedback, etc., talk about their work, and so on and so forth. Yes?
I just want to shower you all with praise. Yeah. That's all I want to do. Beautiful, full, gorgeous writing. Gorgeous. I'm just so excited and very moved. Just funny, emotional, exciting, you know, just different structures, different forms. So talented. Just thank you. That was inspiring. Thank you.
It's been a beautiful journey. It's really good to see the culmination.
How do you feel?
Yeah. Say more than that.
I think I'll just say for me personally, because it's been something I've been working on for a long time and I've been thinking about doing for a long time because it's something that's very personal to me. I also put a lot of pressure on myself to really like nail it, like, oh, it needs to be accurate and all of this. And I think at some point I lost the fun of writing it, but then I finally found it again.
I think the question was for everyone, right? So maybe if we can get a response from...
Okay. For me, like this piece, it had seen many different ideas, many different structures, and when I finally found one that felt good or like felt like something I was excited to perform, it was really fun. And I think also performing it was really fun because of the feedback that I got. I really enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, for me, Angu, I'm relieved. This wasn't an easy journey. You know, writing is not for the weak. I'm very weak. So I thank God you could say, it went.
I think for me, being a chronically online person and content creator, I literally thought about this thought-provoking piece as to open our eyes to what it is that we put onto social media and also to take accountability of what it is that we do. Thank God for TikTok filtering comments. I never get the bad comments. But then most people don't know that you can filter the comments, and it really breaks my heart to go through my phone and scroll and see people ridicule and make fun of really human experiences and find entertainment in the struggles of people. So I wanted to open our eyes to ask ourselves, is this okay? Are they okay? Am I okay for liking this and reposting it? So yeah, I really wanted to hone in on that.
For me, it was relieving because I am naturally a poet. And although most of my deadbeat dad poems are not true, the emotion in the poems is true. But then I feel like I have sort of moved away from that emotion, so I was feeling a little bit disconnected from those kinds of poems because I feel as if I have naturally progressed or I'm healing now. But it felt really good to see that my work can exist outside of poetry and can exist in the context of a larger piece of art, and that in as much as I may not be directly in love with the poem as the writer, maybe it can exist, but I won't be the one performing it. It can exist in a play with someone else performing it, and that was beautiful to discover.
I think we have time for a few more contributions. So go, Feliciwe. Eh? Is? Not Feliciwe. Okay, I won't call people's names, so go 1, go 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 6, in that order.
Thank you so much for this. I feel blessed. I was just whispering to Jonathan that you are so blessed to see this. It feels like writing and theater is in the right hands. You know, it just feels right. And the fact that I did not leave the room re-traumatized, I want to fight. I'm ready for those, man. So thank you for that. I'm really grateful. And my question is, what did you guys learn from each other? In each other's processes, what did you pick up? What did you like? Yeah, my point.
Can I start? Okay, so for me personally, it was a lot of internal growth because I'm an only child and I'm not used to working with people. Because I'm an only child and I'm not used to working with people, and trust me, having to meet people every 9 months, for the first month, I would dread Sundays. I would be like, oh my God, I have to see them again. But then it was after I spent so much time with them that I really got to learn and how to interact with them, and also move with a little bit of kindness, and to understand them also that maybe they're used to being around people and they're not used to living in solitude with your mother and father at home. But then creatively, what it is that I would say I've learned is how they never gave up. They never gave up. Because trust me, there were days we cried, there were days we would sit there for hours and be like, there's nothing here. But one thing they never did was give up. They would stay, they would sit there up until the day was done and say, okay, it didn't work out today, but on Tuesday, I'm gonna have something. And they always did have something on the next Tuesday. So I think that power and resilience and never giving up is something that I've learned from these guys.
Well, for me, I learned an accent. Yeah, it's just something for me. So these guys were helping me to make things work, you know. Now I can say a whole sentence without a Shona word. So plus one laugh. These guys have laughed. You know
Okay. I will say for me, I learned that art doesn't need to take one specific form. Joining the solo initiative, that was my first experience being an actual writer. The only other time I'll do that was like at school in English class. So even then, I had one set idea of how to write a story, how to write a monologue, how it should be performed. And I feel like because we're such a diverse group with such varied skills, it was amazing seeing, you know, there's some really amazing physical actors here, there's some poets, there's everything. And I got to learn from my peers, which was really cool. And also how open they are. I love how in creative spaces, there's rarely ever room for judgment and ridicule. You can just come, present what you have, come as you are, and you'll be good.
For me, the first thing was that we became like a family, and I really, really enjoyed that, because especially in sessions when like a piece was not doing exactly well, we'd like sit down, give each other feedback, and we talk through it. I think most of our pieces have little bits and pieces of each other, and I think that's like really cute. I think it's cute. Yeah, sorry.
For me, I learned that creation is a process. My favorite process to watch was Elroy's. Yeah, it was As a poet, I'm just used to having my creative process in my own room with music, and there's a way I write. But then now I was being forced to have my creative process in front of people, and that really challenged me. And yeah, but it was really fun to see how, especially Elroy's piece came together, and it changed my mindset, because as a poet, I think when I write a poem, sometimes I usually have a direction I want it to go. Or sometimes I don't know what I'm writing, but I know that I'll get there at the end. So it's usually very quick, or it doesn't take long. But then with this, it was taking time. So I viewed creation not as an end result, but actually as a process. And that my art doesn't begin when the poem ends and when I start finding the rhythm and whatever. It starts when I actually hold the pen. So that really shifted my mindset.
You know, when I saw your performances on stage, it reminded me of my good old days when I joined the art industry. Keep the fire burning. You know, when I joined the art industry, there was a guy who told me that keep the fire burning. You never know who's watching you. Do the same thing. You never know who's watching you. You never know who to take you. Keep the fire burning. I'm working with Almasi. You never know, guys.
In that spirit of you never know who is watching, I know there are directors, there are producers here. Please, don't ignore this talent.
But I want to tell you something. You took me to a township crime scene as well, and I was really there. And you took me to a birthday party. Sometimes I was telling you, like, I'm forgetting that she's performing. She's forgetting something. That's exactly what she did. You took me to the toilet, and I'm afraid of that chair. I'm standing on a bar bar full of beers, and I'm busy trying to imagine, like, your father's fingerprints on her. Thank you for that. And I sat in the courtroom with you. I think that's what theatre is supposed to be. You transformed us. We were there with you. So well done. I'm a filmmaker myself, and I visualized everything. All these are short films for me. And last time what I did, I kept telling me like, nah, this is not film, this is stage. But I'm a filmmaker, and I see really, really good short films. And we've got a shortage of like proper written scripts. And please, short films, the short film project. You're out to
I think I was number 3. Next on. Yes, next. All right. Actually, guys, that was a real good performance. I'm not feeling very deep, so I'm just gonna thank you. Nakai, wow, poetry was amazing. It was punch after punch. It was compressed. It was short and sweet. You left me wanting more. It felt like going to church. Chichi, amazing. It was just, it's amazing how you put deep issues in comedy. We were laughing, but we were examining ourselves. It was just beautiful. God bless. Amazing. It was like a wholesome counseling session. It was beautiful. Elroy, man, come on. Man, dude, I could watch a season of that. My goodness. And imagine, it was awesome in the toilet. The elements were there, but everything was delectable. It was just beautiful. Evita, I mean, even to the end, you kept us guessing. We don't know. She did it. But it was, every line was powerful. It was just beautiful. Guys, this is amazing. We already know. Thank you so much.
Hi. Firstly, I would like to say congratulations. I'm sorry I arrived late, so I only started with your play. So I just want to say that I really loved that line you said. I'm sorry if I'm misquoting when you said, "The son you raised or the man you hurt."
Yes.
I felt like your work was the most universal. I feel like everyone can relate to your style of writing. Your performance was very comedic. I appreciate that. For the lady in pink, Evita, I really felt your personality throughout your play, and I enjoyed the multiple characters that you portrayed. I'm sure that it wasn't easy. Congratulations on that. And then lady in pink and black. I connected with yours the most because I started in poetry and then I moved to writing and now I'm in film. And I really enjoyed the metaphor of tires that you used throughout your script, and that you kept reincorporating it and finding different ways to utilize it. So I would like to ask, is there any other literature devices that you use in your work? That, so sometimes I don't catch things like oxymorons or like similes. Okay, what else would you use?
I think that my strongest literary devices are metaphor and imagery. For me, I feel like those are the ones I use the most.
Okay, thank you.
Some of those stories, you know, you can easily relate and say, oh yeah, I've heard this, or I've seen this obviously done in a different way, but then wow, I went into a courtroom and we tackled that. That was really, I enjoyed that. And everybody else, oh guys, you're so talented. Let's do video. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, the guitar here as well, yeah, my English band was I'll hand it over to say Gideon.
I haven't been named yet, but okay. Thank you guys for such wonderful performances. It is definitely a joy to be able to see. I mean, I saw you guys when you came in, like early in the year, and to see how much you've grown and how much you've worked. Thank you so much for realizing. I think something that we had been talking about for the longest time, about being able to have a class of young people that come in and just dive into the craft. So thank you all for being patient to the process, for spending time in it. With it, there were a lot more of them before this. Like other people dropped out because it's not easy. So truly, truly appreciate the commitment, and it means a lot. And thank you for being our guinea pigs, being the first class. So, I know, right?
I want to read that. I want to read all this. Like seriously, the writing was so good. It is unbelievable that these are your first pieces that you've written for. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like
it really.
Talent. The craft is really there. Please keep writing and please somehow, yes.
All right. Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Yes.
Great. So thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. We have another show that is coming up. The first reading of the Almasi African Playwrights Conference. We have today she sings blues by Chiedza Matangaidze. Directed by Tatiana David Bumbe. So please come back. We'll see you at 4:30. You don't want to miss this play. You really don't want to miss this play. It's a really, really gorgeous, beautiful play. And Chiedza has done so much work over the past couple of weeks to just deepen the work. You've got to see it. You have to be here to see it. So I'm gonna let you all go, but thank you all for being such a wonderful audience, for giving all this energy. Theater is never theater until the audience shows up. So please tell a friend to come through and say that Almasi Collaborative Arts is hosting its Almasi African Playwrights Conference. This is our 8th edition. Our 8th edition. And all of you have contributed to that. So thank you all and see you at 4:30.